Hmm. Well, well, Larry, when we're going to talk about this one time, and then we'll transition. But why is Europe and the United States openly stating that they're going to sanction Iran for? They don't say for counterattacking; they just say for attacking Israel. But they are not going to sanction Israel for violating Article 51 of the UN Charter.
Right.
In that charter, it stipulates that if an attack is taken against another nation, that nation has the inherent right to respond. And so, with me saying that, don't doesn't the West see that they are discrediting their own system when they do stuff like that?
Yeah, they don't care though. I mean, that's what is just the complete breakdown of U.S. credibility is what we're
Mhm.
witnessing. Where we talk about a rules-based international order, but we refuse to follow it.
Mhm.
You know, it's rules for us and not for you.
Mhm.
Or we're gonna enforce rules on you, but man, we can do whatever we want. So it's just this is um, that's part of what was behind. Like when I went up and spoke at the UN on Friday, that
I was going to say, I have to cut you off for a minute, Larry. This is what I was going to say before we start, right at the beginning. I want to congratulate you for what you did up there. I Larry. I watched it live. You kick butt. so, so I have to say that first. But go ahead. I'm
all right.
sorry for interrupting you, but I had to say that.
Well, the look, there's no doubt that the United States blew up that pipeline, or that Joe Biden ordered it done, because he said that if Russia invaded Ukraine, that Nord Stream 2 would be done. It'd be eliminated.
Mhm.
Well, 6 months, 7 months later, it's eliminated.
Mhm.
So don't be surprised that people are pointing the finger at the United States. Um, and then you had the then acting foreign minister Sikorsky. He sent out a tweet. There was still Twitter back then, not X, which I'll come back to that in a second. But he sent out his tweet congratulating the United States. Attaboy, way to go. Uh, then that uh, temporary prime minister, the chick she was on the job for like 5 weeks. Liz Truss, that's it, Liz Truss. She sent a text message. Oh, way to go. More attaboys. So I I I want to give you a new way, because everyone's trying to figure out how to pronounce X or Twitter. So think of the letter X, and like when you put XI for she in China, it's pronounced like SH, right?
Mhm.
She. Uh, so my thought is let's just take the T off of Twitter, put the X in front of it, Schwitter, or get rid of the TW, then it'd be even better. Sorry.
You know, Larry, Larry, with the joke, I'm thinking about everything that is happening. Why aren't more people, these so-called journalists, these so-called respected brains around the world, why aren't they informing the powers that be and the deep state that your policies are antagonistic toward the very people that you look for to buy your debt? And when you antagonize China and you owe China $1 trillion plus, and you antagonize China, and China supplies 95% of all your goods on your shelves, and you
Yeah.
antagonize China, and they're your largest trade partner and your largest investor, that's not good business for the empire, and that's not good business for the American Republic.
Yeah. I mean, um, it is just a fundamental lack of respect that on the part of the United States. It's arrogance. It's um, it's just such a rude way of living, that we can go out and tell every other country in the world what to do. I mean, it's really, um, uh, it's sort of, I'll call it racist for what it is. Not, I know that term's sometimes overused,
Yeah.
but to go in and try to tell the Chinese that, no, you got to stop making so much stuff, and you got to stop trading with Russia, and you got to say, I mean, you know, it's like somebody comes into your house and starts telling you how you got to cook and what you got to eat, and you know, you'd put up with that for about 30 seconds, and you say, hey, get the hell out, get out, don't come back. You're not coming back. You're not invited. So I mean, that's how we deal with people that came in and mistreated us and abused us. Why do we think that countries won't react the same kind of way? And China is, you know, normally on a state visit, like when someone like Blinken or the Secretary of State shows up, you send your top people out to the airport to greet him. Well, they sent they sent like the guy that drives the mayor of some small city out to greet Blinken. Okay, that was the welcome. When he left, they didn't send anybody. I mean, they could have sent the guy who's responsible for picking up, Xi Jinping's dog poop. When the dog out walking, the dog picks up. They say, "Hey, guy, go out and say goodbye to Blinken." They didn't do that. He was out there with just the U.S. ambassador to China. And I bet that U.S. ambassador to China is going, "Man, what are you doing to me? This is lonely out here. Nobody will talk to me. They hate me." So um, the United States has convinced itself that it's got to go to war with China after we finish going to war with Russia, that's not going too well. Um, so I don't know what these people are thinking. The logic, let's talk for a second about this whole Nord Stream pipeline. Um, you go back even under Donald Trump. Hey, we can't have Germany buying all of its natural gas from Russia. That'll make it dependent on Russia. Why? Well, it's cheap natural gas. They're not buying it from us. We got to make it so that they have to buy it from us. Oh, okay. That's the game. So we destroy that pipeline. It doesn't destroy Russia's source of income as far as they're still pumping natural gas. They're just going to have to deliver it in a different way. Maybe put it on trucks or put it on ships, and it's going to get diverted, and that's going to add cost to it. So yeah, their natural gas is going to become more costly instead for people like Germany, which is what happened. And when you got rising costs on something that's really a necessity, like heating your home, running your factory, that raises the cost. That sets off an inflationary spike. And lo and behold, Germany's economy is in trouble.
Mhm.
It's not doing well. Well, Russia's doing just fine, because they got like I said, that we didn't destroy the source we didn't set their gas fields on fire. Instead, those gas still coming out of the ground. It's just getting diverted. And there's some middlemen making a lot of money as a result of this. Well, you got to step back and say, what the hell was the United States thinking? And I've been talking to a couple of people who are educated, smart investors, but they're dumb as a rock on this stuff because they're convinced, oh yeah, we have to, and let's cut off that oil from Iran too. So the game is the mask is off. What this is about is the United States wants to tell everybody else in the world what to do, and we want to control everything that's going on in the world. And if they don't do it our way, we might bomb you. You know.